What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Come on now. I made it home. Try to get my pillows set up right. Hello, everybody. Say hello if you're in the chat. Good time. Good big time rebound, Stokey. Hey, Martha. Hey, Hannah. Second half. Kara, yes. I just got home. 33-48. UConn came out of the half firing. Okay. Kia. Julie. Share. Everybody, what's up? We're in the second half. And Sarah Strong. Oh, my God. She's all of a sudden it's 33-51. It was an 11-point game, like, at the half, was it? What's up, everybody? Chit chat with the ball. Goodness. I noticed the numbers. UConn has scored 21 points off of Iowa's turnovers. Wow. Wow. I hope everybody's having a great day. Okay, UConn calls the timeout. Wow. UConn's timeout. I was feeling pretty good. I turned things on, and it was like an 11-point game at the half. But now it's, Kara says they were keeping it 10 points, but now getting out of hand. They came out firing threes. Mercy me. Mercy me. I got to get the box score up because I missed all of the first half. Let me see. Let's get this up. I didn't know if I was going to make any of it, so I'm glad to been able to make it home. Let me get the box score up here. Box score. So we got Hannah Stokey with 7 points, Hayden with 4 points. She's got to show up bigger than that. 8 points from Chastity Wright, Chit Chat. 3 from Taylor McCabe. She's only taken 2 shots. Feuerbach only taken 2 shots. And she's got 0 points. Hayes, 5 points. Stremlow with 6 points. All right, so we need the starters to come out bigger because we only have, our leading scorer is Chit Chat at 8 points. Then it's the bench. You're getting 5 and 6. Well, you got 7 from Hannah Stokey. But the points in the paint for Iowa, I noticed, were not a lot at the half. Let me see what y'all talking about. On vacation, Hannah, enjoy. Enjoy. Supposed to be LSU versus the Huskies. I guess they're attacking the audience. Tube says. I'm not sure what you mean, LSU versus the Huskies. Tyrone, are the Iowa players drunk? They have to have 15 unforced turnovers. They were going to win, but this is awful. Yeah, UConn's number 1 for a reason, but UConn at the half with 21 points off turnovers, and they only have 42 points, and 21 of them came from turnovers. That says something. That's not going to get the job done if you're Iowa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. They weren't going to win. He said, Connie, UConn has a special whistle. Defense for them is good, but fouls are not being called on them. Yep. I believe it. All right. Well, Gino was the one who called this timeout, so he must not have liked what he saw. even though they upped that lead big time. We got to believe. We got to believe. And I see my Tennessee lost today, 65-89. I found that out when I got home. Right now, we got 7:20 left to go in the third quarter, 33-51, UConn. Number one, UConn. Good afternoon, Freedom. We just started here, second half. So wait, is AZ Fudd wearing? Oh, there she is, 35. Oh, wow. Nice spin for UConn. And they don't have their names on their jerseys. I don't even know who all they are. Okay, great. Good job breaking that press, Iowa. Middle to opposite. Chastity keeping that. She's got AZ on her. Ava Hayden is trying hard, but she's being held down low. There it is. Beautiful. She was holding her own down low. A foul against UConn. Come on now. Who is that? Sarah Williams for UConn. Okay. You got to chip away and chip away and chip away when you're playing UConn. You just chip away. Here comes Chit Chat. Let's go, Iowa. Strimlow. Stokey up top. Oh, nice. Oh, man, she couldn't handle the pass. Come on, Hayden. Got Chit Chat. Oh, nice. Nice. She got good position, good offensive rebound. Wow. Stop ball. Stop ball. All right, way to get out there on defense, Iowa. They swing the ball. There's Sarah Strong. AZ Fudd cuts down low, kicks it back up. Short. Iowa with the rebound. Ava gives it up. Stremlow gets it to McCabe, handles it. Back up top. UConn's. Are they in a? What are they in? And they couldn't handle it. Wow. They're these turnovers. Did UConn get better? UConn's always been good. Just that fast, it's almost a 20-point game, 18-point game. I haven't watched UConn this season at all, so I don't even know. Oh, KK Arnold. Ashlyn Shade is 12. KK's handling the ball. Chit Chat's on her. Gets it to AZ. AZ gets it back. And they get down low. Sarah Strong kicks it back out. Sarah Strong sold that. And then they give up the offensive rebound. And AZ Fudd with the three. And there's UConn with the press. Pressure and Chas all the way up the floor. Oh, better than last season? I haven't watched them at all this season. I just know they're blowing everybody out. Give it a ball. Good job. Come on, you got to feed the post. And they got it. AZ Fudd, left corner, short on the three, but nobody boxed out, 12. Strong misses, offensive rebound. I can't stand UConn. Oh, man. They are just more aggressive than Iowa right now. Dead ball. Back out. There we go. Stremlow for three. Come on. One possession at a time. Another timeout. Either do I, right? Oh, my goodness. I had someone in the comments last night. I made a comment about UConn. I'm not, I'm no UConn fan. Someone was like, you do know that some of your subscribers, many of your subscribers rock with UConn. I'm like, yep. And I know many of them don't, but I don't. Okay, I know. Man, I remember last year. Last year when Tennessee beat them, it was so exciting. So exciting. I was out today and I had to I went with we had a prayer at church this morning and a study of this book we're doing after that. And then we went out to lunch and I'm like, where are all these cars coming from? And then it's like, yeah, they're out shopping the last weekend before Christmas and everybody got hungry and went to lunch. And then I had to go into Walmart. Oh my goodness. Can I get up out of here? It was wild. Okay. Yes. Hallelujah. This will be a good. I'm doing well, Vian. I'm doing well. I hope you are also. I feel like this. I started early this morning. Just got in at halftime. Set up the live stream and said, I still got a half. I can do live. Stokey with 9 points. Yep. On 4 or 5 shooting. They just don't have enough points in the paint. Like Ava Hayden is 3 of 8. Stokey with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, also 4 turnovers, though. She has no fouls. Is she being aggressive enough? Ava Hayden, 6 points. 6 points, 3 of 8. She's got 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Chit Chat, 8 points, 3 of 7, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, also 3 turnovers, and a steal. Taylor McCabe only has 3 points. So obviously they're taking away her shot. She's 1 of 2. Yeah. Feuerbach. Why does Feuerbach have a goose egg? I mean, look, Iowa is shooting 47%. And UConn at 49%. It was 12-22 in the first, 12-22 in the second. Iowa had 19 and held UConn to 20, if you call that holding them. And now it's Iowa 9 points in the third and UConn 16. They came out hitting it, boy. Making it to the big league, CC and Paige Beckers. Both number 1 drafts, both rookie of the year. Looks like both are going to be Team USA. How are my Caitlin fan cats? They're doing all right. Trooper's been a little bit interesting. But Cole looks like she's all recovered. So right now they're enjoying sitting under the tree, which is over there. All right, come on, let's go, Iowa. Thank you for asking, Vian. Chit Chat. Take her. Little jab step, kicks it back out. Passes got to be more sharp or sharper. Iowa's they're just, UConn just forced another turnover. Wow. Yes, they love the tree. They love sitting under the tree. And I wasn't going to put one up this year. And I'm glad I did. All right. They move the ball around. So you got UConn looks like it's in a Iowa's in a 1-2-2 zone. Is it? Are they? And they forced a turnover. Oh, she got her ankle twisted in the first and she was out for a while. Okay. I hope she's okay. And UConn with the full court press. Iowa's taking the time. Chas gets it up. KK's on her. The defense for UConn is tight. Chit Chat gets the screen, gives it up. Scrimlow gets it down low. Oh, nice move. Hayes can't get the roll, though. It's one and done. Here comes Sarah Strong. You're big, bringing the ball up. AZ Fudd misses on the three. They're getting their ball up the floor pretty quickly and finding their shooters. Yes, William, very good. Come on, guys. You're at 40. Come on. There's Hayes. At least Hayes is on the attack. Another turnover, though. She's going to make her turn. She gets deep and she's going to make her turn, but they're right there. UConn's right there. So Stokey's coming back in. 40-58. Smoke in the house. What's up? Hey, Troop. Trooper, somebody was just asking about you. Yeah, they're in a 2-3 zone. Iowa is. Stokey's banging down low. She's got a handful. Okay, cookies. Cookies from Chit Chat. And down low to Stokey. Come on, baby. Good job. Cookies. Turnovers are the difference, for sure. I was saying that Iowa had, UConn had 21 points off turnovers in the first half. Cookies, let's go. Now don't throw it away. Come on now. Okay. Down low. Come on, Stokey. You got to put that in, Stokey. $42-58, 112 to go. All right, Cole. Come on. Exactly, Smoke. Be the ball. I know they're getting banged. They're getting bodied. It's tough. Look at Jan Jensen looking sharp on the sideline. One of the coaches who still dresses like a coach. Come on. Got the suit on. Gino got his blazer on. Cole seems to be doing well. Trooper's acting strange lately. Bit concerned about him. Strange. Cole was lying down there on these boxes that I have on the floor with boxes that I bought to wrap presents in. There's Sarah Strong. They just moved the ball so well. Another three from AZ Fudd. UConn is just like a well-oiled machine, y'all. CC is still living rent-free in Gino's head because Kate and cookies. Wow. I turned my head, another turnover. Because Gabby put his precious Paige Beckers out in the Big Ten in 2024 to advance to play South Carolina for the championship. Woo! Living in their heads. Hold them to under 9. William said, I got one goal. Can we just hold them under 9? 42-63. It was an 11-point game or 12, whatever it was at the half. And look what they did in the third quarter, about doubled that. They are a well-oiled machine. Stremlo at the line for 9 points. She can get her 10th point right here. Freedom says she won't score. When one gets sick, it often affects the other. Hope Troop gets back to normal soon as Cole fully heals. I hope so, but he's been acting a little bit strange for like few months. Very whiny. Very whiny and skittish, like takes off running. I'm a little bit concerned because I know he's 10 years old and just strange, just not himself. Oh, wow. UConn. It's just 5 seconds left in the third quarter. 3 seconds. Chit Chat pulls up, throws it up. This is getting ugly. Yeah, Smoke. It's just he's just real weird. And he's been like that for like 3 months. Just real different. Right? So I'm I'm gonna have my vet. I think I'm gonna have her do a house call, do some blood work, see what's going on. Steel and Chick. Iowa is a young team. Yes, they have Hannah, but most of their team freshmen and sophomores. Yeah, so I mean they're doing well in light of that. I mean, it is UConn, right? The fact that they were holding them, like you guys said in the first half, I think Kara said, to within 10 is a good thing. Yeah, I'm going to check with the vet. I mean, I did mention something to her the other day, but he just seems, I don't know. I've never known him to whine so much. He just whines and he wants to, I don't know. It's. I mean, when I say whine, I mean to the point where I'm like, stop it! Like I can't. It's the strangest thing. William said, my daughter has a cat that's 18 years old. He looks like Fox the Phoenix just before he burns up. Why am I not familiar with Fox the Phoenix? 18 years old. Wow. Cole is 8 and Trooper's 10. So 2 of mine together equals your daughter's cat. And I was hoping it would be closer this game. Oh, okay. So I've never seen that. Love the Iowa pickup of Chit Chat, watching her play in person. I imagine in person. I saw her play this like the beginning of the season, and I did a video on it, and people were like, oh, it's too soon to tell. And I said, look, you can be too soon. It might be too soon for you, but I can look at her and tell that she's got skill and she's fun to watch. And I heard Jan Jensen say that Caitlin really appreciates Chit Chat's game. Right, Cole? Do you want to come up here and say hi to the people? Coco? Want to say hi to the people? I don't think you do. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Yeah, for real. Great validation for Chit Chat. That's what Jan Jensen had said on this little clip I saw yesterday, that she and Caitlin, they keep up, they text. And Caitlin hasn't been to a game yet this season. She hopes she will, but she said Caitlin will text about Chit Chat and something she really likes, stuff like that. She thinks she's real fun. Jan Jensen is the post whisperer. She will have Hayes and Hayden, an unstoppable force with more experience. Yeah, Hayden is something else, something to watch. Yes, and Chit Chat is fun. Also, Freedom. Look at Sarah Strong. Unbelievable. Sarah Strong. I watched her mother in the early days of the WNBA. Allison Feaster. She played with Dawn Staley, her mom, Sarah Strong's mom. And so Dawn Staley was not happy that Sarah Strong chose to go to UConn. She wanted her, and her mama wanted her to go to South Carolina with Dawn Staley. She preferred Gino. Okay, Stokey messing around with the ball, and they just take it away from her. Good job. Good job. They bobbled that. They stuck with it. Let's go. KK Arnold with the ball. Who is 4 on UConn? Blanca Quinones. $46.65. Hey, Pope. 46 Iowa, 65 UConn. Stokey's at the top. They close out on her. Hands it off to Arnold. AZ never stops moving. Stokey just got her second foul in the matter of a minute. 2 fouls. Wow. 9:18 to go in the fourth quarter. What's up, Cole? What's up? I mean, look at Stokey. Watch Stokey down low. She's doing her best, but man, she's getting banged. From Sarah Williams. Here comes Iowa. Uh-oh. She fell. Cookie, 2-on-1 break. She traveled. She kicks it back out. Quinones for 3. Sarah Strong reminds me of AB the way she moves. Kara, yeah, I think she's more well, I shouldn't say that because AB did get much more aggressive this past season. Strimlow gets it up. Stokey, but she can't. Oh, get it back. Get it back. Way to hang in there. Come on now. 48-68. 20-point game. Chip it away, y'all. I was at BBW on Thursday night watching the Seahawks come back and beat the Rams. So maybe we can get that here. You were rooting for the Seahawks, right? They call that little foul. Come on. Yeah, no, I think so too, Kara. I think she maybe, no, she didn't travel. I was wrong. I mean, especially since she's so young. And she's, outside. She can shoot we need AB to be able to hit that 3 consistently and be willing to take it. AZ Fudd. All right, good rebound from Hannah Stokey. Chit Chat's coming to get it. 48-68. Chit Chat delivers it to Hayden, who steps through. Misses the layup, though. Put it up too high off the glass. And there's AZ Fudd. This is like a layup drill right here. Oh, my goodness. What's up, Michelle? 48-70. Ugh. It's Chas. Their passes are not crisp either. McCabe, we got to get her some shots, but AZ Fudd is in her face. They just look sloppy. And they're not getting foul called. She just banged around. $48-70. Where's Just Jules? I know, right? I think she was going away, but I don't know when she was going away. She had mentioned going to the Midwest. So maybe she's traveling. I don't remember when she said she was leaving. Another 3. Oh my goodness. This is ugly. Oh, they definitely get away with a steal a chick. Because I was looking at a little bit of banging in there. They're doing a really good job on Hayden. Look at that. But she stepped through, got blocked. Yeah, that's... Oh, hey, stay with it. I know that Summer was going away, I think, yesterday. Another 3. Oh, my goodness. Wow. AZ Fudd knocking down the shot with in less than a second. That's what she just can't give her any airspace. So the question is, does AZ Fudd go number 1? Yeah. I think she went away. Is AZ Fudd a number 1 pick? Whew. AZ Fudd, 22 points. 9 of 21 from the field. 4 of 12 from 3. No free throws. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, a block. She has 22, but she doesn't even lead her team. Sarah Strong. with 21 points. 23 points, 10 of 18 from the field. You're big, taking 9 3-pointers. This is what I'm talking about. You've got Sarah Strong taking she only made 3 of them, but she took 9 3-pointers. This girl, Sarah Strong is a sophomore, y'all. Sophomore. And she's a future number 1 pick. She's got 23 points, 10 of 18 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3-pointers. That's not, 9 shots, that's a whole lot, but she made 3 of them as a big, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 1 turnover. Your sophomore. UConn for days. She gonna be there for more years. And then you got AZ Fudd. Wow. But Iowa has 13 from Stokey and 11 from Strimlow off the bench. Nobody else in double digits. UConn is now shooting 52%. And Iowa's dropped to 43%. Iowa's been to the free throw line 8 times, 6 of 8. And UConn, 5 of 7. So neither team is getting many opportunities at the free throw line either. Whew. You're right, Freedom. Grown woman among little girls. That's what I always said about Nafisa Collier. Who is the other top prospect? You've got Olivia Miles, which could also go number 1 at TCU. You have Awa Pham, whom I had never even heard of until a couple of weeks ago for the lottery draft, but everybody's talking about her. Where is she? France? Is she from France? Awa Pham. You've got Lauren Betts from UCLA. That's another one. I don't think it's a runaway for anybody at this point. And then you've got Hannah Stolke as well. And a partridge in a pear tree. Anyone should pick Strong in a heartbeat. Yeah, except she's got 2 more years. But yes, down the road, assuming nobody else comes in there and, And Audie Crooks is a junior, isn't she? I think she's a junior, but I could be wrong. Let me look it up for sure. Yes, she's a junior. And a 3. Chit chat with a third 3. Yeah, Crooks she's injured from the Iowa game, right? She hit her head. She's on concussion protocol, I guess. I know, right, Michelle? It's wild. It's wild, the young talent. This is why the WNBA needs to get it together, because there's talent coming up. And let me tell you something right now. I don't want to see these young players. I'm no UConn fan, but AZ Fudd can ball. Olivia Miles can ball. And then coming out later, you got Hannah Hidalgo. She's not a senior, but I don't want to see these players walk into the physicality of the WNBA and get jacked up. We got ballers, just like with Caitlin came in. Can we watch them ball? Not the physicality, not the whole horrible officiating. This is a key moment, and they need to get it together, assuming the WNBA will still exist. But wherever the league might be that they might be playing in, it needs to be conducive to true skill. Fade away. Look at them. Help her. Don't stand there. Here comes Strimlow. She's got Quinones on. She crosses over. She gives it to Chit Chat. 14 on the shot clock. Hayes don't know what to do. And what she does is throw it away. Sloppy. Oh, what way to get it back. Addie deal. Good deal, Addie. Basketball is a physical sport. Well, basketball is supposedly a non-contact sport. It's not football. It's not let me poke you in the eye. Let me body check you. Let me hold. That's not basketball. Right? Basketball is a game of finesse. People who resort to physicality generally are trying to compensate for a lack of skill. So, yeah, the players themselves are talking about wanting the officiating to be better. Isn't that what Nafisa Collier was whining about in her, isn't that what Nafisa Collier was pointing out in her exit interview? Which I found interesting. Everybody agreeing with her while everybody's the one doing it. But yeah, Freedom is right. Basketball is not WWE. You should know how to guard someone without beating them up. Exactly. You slide your feet, you move. But grabbing people and the stuff that we see and riding them like horses, it's not basketball. That's a way to shorten somebody's career. So you're watching college basketball right now. Anybody riding anybody like a horse? There's some fouling that people are getting away with, but it's not like you see in the WNBA. Go, Addie Deal. Good deal, Addie. Tarasi is gone. Oh, Freedom says, I don't want to hear crap about, but basketball is a physical sport. If you complain about your favorite players getting beat up as well. Preach, preacher. Tarasi's gone. Once Thomas retires, I think physical play will diminish and go back to finesse. Hopefully so, Kara. It's just that, like, you hear people like Paige who said it changes you. Paige herself said, cookies again from UConn. Paige herself said that she knows how to play the proper way of playing defense. But when she came into the WNBA, she began to play differently because she realized that she could get away with it. So people get changed in so many ways. And that's not what we want. People don't want to see that. People want to see good basketball. Good job. Good take, Stokey. I'm ready for all the old guard. Thank you. Thank you, Rosalind. Thank you. I'm ready for the old guard. All these old veterans from WNBA go away, take their hate and physicality with them. Physicality often equates to flagrant fouls in the W. And the long nails. I think those are dangerous for sure. Kara says it won't end anytime soon, especially with Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexi still get beat up every time they're on the court. Well, you know what? All this talk and complaining about the physicality, it's going to be interesting to see how that changes, if they want it to change. Okay, Iowa's in a 2-3 zone. He's taken out his players 55-83. Too bad the old guards aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Well, you might be right. You might be right on that. But they're complaining about the physicality. I'm saying, like, back in the early days, you didn't hear people talking about physicality all the time. Your Cynthia Coopers, your Cheryl Swoops, your Tina Thompsons. Like, there's some physical, nice shot, Hannah. There's some, obviously, there's some physical stuff that goes on. You can't be a punk, but it was not just about that. It was about skill. It wasn't what you see now. And I'm just saying, there's a lot of talent coming up. I want them to be able to ball. You got to guard them, but don't hurt them on purpose. The situation with AT and Nafisa Collier, and there was no foul called. Yeah, Fee didn't complain until she got injured. She was silent with what happened to Caitlin for 53 games. A lot of times in life, we don't speak up until it hits us personally. And what happened to her was terrible. But what's worse to me is that there was no foul call. It was reckless. Here comes Chit Chat. 150 to go. 57 to 87. Wait. Freedom said they're not going to make 90. Is UConn going to make 90? We'll see. They got 87 right now with 140 to go. McCabe can't get a shot off. That's why she doesn't have her usual. Ava Hayden, back to Chit Chat. 5 on the shot clock. Chit Chat pulls up at the free throw line, drains the shot. Georgiana, thank you. Takes the sting away. You guys helped take the sting away from me. Thank you so much for that $9.99. Appreciate you. Thank you. I saw a clip of her doing hot wings, Pope, and I could swipe past her. Oh, Chit Chat. Oh, that was sweet from the release. Look at her. Was that 4? Is that 4 threes from Chit Chat? 90. UConn's got 90. But will they get more than 90? Not there. All right, here comes Chit Chat. You didn't put any bets up? Chit Chat said that's a heat check. Offensive rebound. Glad to see Iowa still playing hard. 37.5 to go, 62-90. But was the question, will they get above 90, or was the question whether they would get 90? Because right now they're at 90. Wow. They're 11-0. And they call a foul now. They call a foul now on the hold. On Hayden. If you ask me, only a few of the WNBA players deserve higher pay. Just a few. Well. Well, if you saw my video last night, you heard David Sampson says that Adam Silver is not going to budge. So these players will either budge or there will be a lockout. Good job, Hayden. Close to the elbow. Add more teams, more diluted talent. That's what some people say. Yeah, it's like a 0.5 second differential. 64-90. So they didn't get over 90. I don't remember what the comment was. Asia, Caitlin, Nafisa, Brianna, Sabrina, Lester, and Kelsey, and AB. Mitchell, not Plum. Okay, here comes Gino. 28-game winning streak. He and Jan Jensen exchanged pleasantries. Big win for UConn. Sarah Strong, 20 points. AZ Fudd, 21 points, 25. No, Sarah, what she have, 26? Let me see. We got, Sarah Strong, 23 points. AZ Fudd, 27 points. That's wild. I mean, they play most of the game, so that makes sense too. I mean, Sarah Strong plays 34 minutes out of 40. She played 34 out of 40. AZ Fudd played 36 out of 40 minutes. So there is that. So in the first quarter, you had 12 points from Iowa, 22 for Connecticut. In the second quarter, 19 points from Iowa, 20 from Connecticut. Third quarter, 13 from Iowa, 23 from Connecticut. We saw how they came out in that third quarter. That's their best quarter until the fourth quarter. 20 points Iowa. That's their best quarter, but UConn, 25. 64-90. Wow. Well, Iowa now 10-2. Huskies 12-0. 90 points on the money. So Smoke said, I saw something saying Stewie was requesting Adam Silver to get involved. Yeah, I heard that too. But the funny thing is David Sampson said he's already been involved and he's not going to budge. He's not going to do a percentage of of revenue share because the owners don't want it. And if they think that they're going to make him cave, David Sampson said they're wrong. And he believes that nothing's going to be done by the new year. And that the players will move because he won't. We'll find out. Everyone else can suck it up and play ball. Sorry, Lexi. Sorry, Sophie. Oh, man. Conflict of interest, but that's the same with the rest of the committee. That was not a pretty game. Yeah, let's look at the turnovers. Total turnovers. 9 turnovers only from UConn. 26 turnovers from Iowa. Now, mind you, you got to credit UConn, right? To a certain extent. They're it's not like you're just giving up turnovers. UConn is creating turnovers as well. So they're just better. I mean, sometimes they're just better. I don't know if anybody saw the Tennessee-Louisville game. I did not see it, but I think it was close for a bit, right? Ended up being 65-89. Can anybody beat UConn? Texas, maybe? Are they even playing Texas this year? I can't say UConn neither, Pope. That's never going to change. That's never going to change. Steeler says, Iowa, this is a learning game for a young team. This team will look much different at the end of the season. I agree. Adam represents the owners. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of Deal or No Deal. Pop the pop. Or No Deal, where people get greedy and then end up with less. They better decide what they can compromise on. Yeah, so I had someone tell me that I act like I don't want the players to get paid. I'm like, what? Like, there is such a thing as going too far. I believe that everyone should be able to advocate for themselves. If they feel like they deserve more money, then you deserve more money. But it's a business, and there's a way a business works. Sometimes you take a little bit at a time. You don't just keep saying, this is what we want, and we're not doing anything else when you have not shown sustained growth. If I'm a business person, I got to see that this is not just a little flash in the pan. Can you sustain this growth? Because in 30 years, you have not turned a profit, right? So I got to watch you. So you do it slowly. I think they're trying too much. Anyway, I'm sick of the WNBA. All of its drama, Pope says, can't stand all the bitterness and pettiness. Yeah, UConn, always a stacked team. Pump of the Pup. I'm not a UConn fan, but they were the better team. Without a doubt. I think they might be better than everybody's team. I don't see who's going to beat them. Do they play Texas? Not a fan of Gino. Never have been. Jan was outcoached. Well, I mean, it's easy to be outcoached when you are out, when your team is outplayed. I mean, they just have the better team. I'm realistic. Freedom says Jan wasn't outcoached. Gino clearly had the better talent. Yes, Jan has a younger squad. Yeah, and only her second year being a head coach. This is really unfair. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think but I think Julie, I think sometimes when you look at your personnel, and I don't have to tell you this, like, you're around, the game, you're around the game, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes some teams you cannot pressure the whole way, because as you see UConn, their ability to move the ball, push the ball up the floor, and in transition, knock down the shot with hardly any daylight. I think you got to play to your personnel. And I'm not sure how much pressure Iowa pressuring UConn would have helped. A lot of time, I look at it like this. UConn wants to play that quick game. Although Gino had talked about, he thought that Iowa was going to be a good test because Iowa likes to play the quick game. But you can see the way they pass. They're like a well-oiled machine, the way they move the ball, where they can move the passes and put the ball up. If I'm playing UConn, I need to slow them down. I need to slow the game down, not speed it up. And if I pressure them, then I'm speeding the game up, which I think works into their hands. I don't know. I'm not opposed to trying different things. I didn't see the first half, though. I'm not a fan of Gino, but he recruits best and is a good coach. Yeah, way back in the day when they asked him about his coaching, he said, the difference between me and other teams is I have Diana Taurasi and they don't. And, great players make coaches look better. Oh, realistic about the players getting paid while still considering profit. I don't know if they're going to get paid or not. I'm realistic in that they're asking for too much. Exactly, Adrienne. I don't know. Did they not pressure at all? I thought I saw a little bit of pressure in the second half. Did I miss? Maybe I'm wrong. But again, like Freedom said, you cannot try to apply pressure on a team that likes to play fast if you do not have the talent to do that. I agree with that too. And that's what I'm thinking Jan is thinking. Kara says, I think Iowa needed to switch up their defensive strategy. Freedom says the best way to beat UConn is to slow down the pace. This is what I'm thinking too. That's just my observation, just from a coaching perspective. I'm not opposed to trying it though. Like I'm not opposed to giving it a try. And I can't say I wasn't here for the first half, so I can't say that I thought I saw a little bit of pressure in the second half at one point, but then they seemed to go into the zone. I don't know. I'm not opposed to trying anything, but I'm just not sure it would have worked. Yeah, UConn gave full court pressure most of the game, caused plenty of turnovers. Yeah, because that's their game. they and then they were like hounds. They pounced. Yeah. Freedom says during the 90s when the Bulls were dominating, they were a fast team. The Knicks found a way to slow them down, though it worked for a little while. Yeah. If James' plan wasn't working, you need to adjust. So let me ask you this, Julie. Do you think that Iowa lost this game because they didn't full court press? Do you not think that UConn's the better team? Smoke, that was the same strategy for the Fever when Caitlin played. Same thing for the Pacers with Halliburton playing. Freedom says the Knicks slowed down the pace of the game and forced the Bulls to average only 80 to 90 points per game. Yeah. One of the things I said a lot, though, y'all, in the WNBA, in professional basketball as well, men and women, actually, I never understood why they don't press more. And that's because my team were pressing teams because that was our strength. So recognizing it was our strength, that's what we did. And we got lots of cookies. And that's how we score. We pressed the heck out of people. But I had the personnel for it, especially my last 2 years. I'm not sure I could have said that throughout the time that I coached. Yeah, Iowa lost because UConn a better team, without a doubt. Yeah. They wanted to take Caitlin out of playing. Without Caitlin, they slowed down anyway, not doing read and react offense. Kara says, I agree, Julie, could have been closer, but UConn have outplayed time. UConn's outplaying everybody. UConn is completely stacked with talent. Yeah. And, it's the recruiting for UConn becomes easy because everybody wants to play for a winner. Yeah, satellite, Tennessee lost. Yep. Freedom. UConn is tough and no one's figured it out. I don't know that you can't. I don't know. Are they playing Texas this year? Let me see. Does Texas Longhorns women's basketball play UConn Lady Huskies 2025 to 2026 season? I don't know. Google is telling me I should just pull up the schedule, but Google is saying it's too early to say, but it's unlikely they'll play in the regular season because Texas joined the SEC while UConn stays in the Big East. However, a tournament matchup. Okay, well, they can't play outside of. Let's see, because Texas is 13-0. Let me see. I don't think they play. I think that would be a possibility. I don't. What from what I see from South Carolina, I don't believe South Carolina can beat UConn. South Carolina escaped some games, so I don't know. Fudd and Williams are they the only seniors? That's scary. Is Gino retiring? Probably not. Maybe if he plans to retire, maybe after Fudd is gone. Gino retiring. They also play prison ball with AB and others too. Agree, UConn is a well-oiled machine stacked with talent. I'm going to do that tonight when the Bears play. I think the only seniors are Fudd and Williams. Also, this beginning of the season, but teams will look a lot different in March. Yeah, and they play those weak teams in the beginning. Unlike Coach Pat Summitt back in the day, as Candace Parker said the other day, they always played the toughest teams in the beginning. But you know how these blowouts are. That's why I can't stand to watch some of these games. They're just blowouts because the schedule is so weak in the beginning. Yep, South Carolina has regressed. Lauren James, I don't like UConn, but I hope they go all the way to prove Sarah Strong, Carrie Page to the. No, we never want them to win for no reason whatsoever. I think the only close game was against Michigan. Yeah, I'm starting down that endless rabbit hole of disgrace. If they don't call that BS foul, AB, oh my goodness, for real. The Fever should have gone to the finals. It was definitely she had other phantom fouls as well. That was just the topper. But Indiana and the officials stepped in big time. Big time. Yep, big time. So when I think about these college games, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, if I was a coach or whoever makes the schedule, would I have my easy schedule in the beginning, like a lot of these people do? Or would I have them playing a more difficult schedule right from the start? Because I can see both sides of it. The horrible part is you get these blowouts. But the other part is if I'm a coach and I'm thinking, I want my team to gain confidence early, more than experience, tough experience, then yeah, I'm going to make that easy because there's something about looking at your record being 8-0 that kind of helps you build confidence. But it's also deceptive because it'll make you think you're better than you are when you haven't been tested. So it depends. That's a coaching philosophy thing. Freedom says the Aces did not beat the Fever. I refuse to believe they did. Now they did beat the Mercury. They swept the Mercury. Yeah. But no, the Aces did not beat the Fever. It should have been. And then Kelsey went down. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because as someone said, and as Freedom is pointing out, it was at the end of regulation. So we go, well, they were 5 minutes away from winning. Somebody corrected me one day on one of my videos. I'm like, we were 5 minutes away from getting to the finals. And someone was like, no, because they really had it taken away from them in regulation. It would not even have had to go to overtime. The whistle beat the Fever. Yeah. So let me see. What other basketball is on today? Women's. We got. Oh, South Carolina is playing right now. Listen, South Carolina is playing FGCU, and the score is 83-36. This is why I don't want to watch these games. 85-36. And Iowa lost 64-90. At 4 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock Eastern, you got Long Beach State versus UCLA. Lauren Bett's sister, did you guys see Lauren Bett's sister? She was out to start. I think she was injured at the beginning, but she played her first game the other day. Her first shot came from the free throw line. Lauren was on the line with her, was so excited. Okay, so TCU is also playing tonight. These are these games that I'm like, that might be a good one though, right? TCU and Kansas State. Olivia Miles is quite fun. Man, Vanderbilt beat Texas Southern 96-46. Mercy. Anything interesting tomorrow? Iowa State plays tomorrow. I don't know if Audie Crooks is back. And Texas plays tomorrow. LSU plays tomorrow at 1 o'clock. But they're playing UT Arlington, unranked. Baylor, Texas Tech. Like, Notre Dame plays tomorrow. But they're playing these teams I ain't never even heard of. USC plays tomorrow. USC versus California. Ole Miss and Old Dominion. Any good games coming up this week? Tennessee and Southern Indiana. I mean, not much going on there. So, all right, Steeler Chick, have a good one. I might check out UCLA and flip with TCU. Yeah, I like to. I'll check into TCU. I believe that the league had the officials call the game so the Aces would move forward. They didn't want Asia Wilson to be out. She was just awarded the MVP too. Was she awarded MVP before then or after then? Before then? Engelbert and the league are clearly against the Fever in this organization. I have no respect for the Fever only because he does nothing about it. They probably all trying to figure out what to do with these officials. We'll see. We'll see if they're for real about wanting good officials since they wanted to blame Kathy for the horrible officiating. Julie's watching TCU. Okay, before Smoke. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been kind of wild if, the MVP, the co-defensive player of the year didn't, and all that. Lost. Potato Head, hey, doing well. Hope you're doing well, too. Freedom says the league is a joke. It doesn't deserve more money. They wanted Asia to win a chip, MVP and defensive. That was the script. Oh, yeah. Listen, guys, I'm not saying that Asia didn't deserve to be the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, but would she really have been Time Athlete of the Year if Caitlin wasn't it last year? Everybody's talking about baseball. I haven't watched him, but I know he's amazing. What is it? Is it Otani? Something Otani, whatever his name is? People are saying, how in the world was he not the Athlete of the Year with everything that he did? So there's definitely a certain agenda to sort of make sure that, as she would say, history is not reversed. I don't believe it, and I've heard other people say it. If Caitlin had not won in 24, and she deserved to win, Asia would probably not have won. Again, maybe she deserved it. I don't know, but she certainly would not have gotten it. And then Otani, or whatever his name is, they say what he did was just unheard of ever. And he doesn't win it. But it's Asia Wilson, no doubt. They're trying to make sure that people stay in their place in terms of who supposedly gets all the credit. That's what I'm saying. Freedom says hardly anyone knew who Asia was before Caitlin was even considered. I agree. And I think she complained enough about it, the situation, even the stuff about the shoe, the stuff about Caitlin only gets credit because of X, Y, and Z. I think that drew attention to her. Not saying that she's not a great player, not saying that at all, but I'm saying people didn't really know who she was. It drew attention to her, and I think they wanted to kind of even the score. But no doubt MVP, co-defensive player of the year, it's huge. I want them to call her properly. Call the moving screens, like hold people to a certain standard. Although I do know that your star player generally gets some breaks that other people don't get, unless you're Caitlin Clark, and then they do the exact opposite. Smoke says, Kara says, I had no clue who she was at all. I had heard her name, I think. I could be wrong, but I mean, I'm not even sure, but I think I heard her name. I could be wrong, but I think she resents that she wasn't the draw from the explosion of the girl. Yeah, I agree. I agree too. I think it's frustrating. And I think I get it. Like, I think it's got to be frustrating. And you're human, right? And I did a video about this when I talked about insecurity. I get it. Like, you're out here busting your tail. Your game is good. You've won a college championship. You've won a couple WNBA championships. And somebody comes in and is an instant draw, already was a draw. You got to feel some kind of way, I guess. It's just how you handle it that matters. So I kind of get it. Have you ever seen a co-defense player of the year? I have never. I'm sure Reed put her foot down. Was Cheryl Swoops a co at one point? Claude Carrington. That's good. Just one bone. Potato, I was playing Jeopardy with some new friends, and one of the questions was about Asia, my friend. Like, I only know who Caitlin and Angel. Okay. I knew who Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner were. I knew who Maya Moore was, Candace Parker speaking catchings. That's about it. I didn't hear about any of these other players until Caitlin showed up, which is why that rising tide lifts all boats. So let me see. How many, I'm going to write this in. How many defensive player of the year have been in the WNBA? Only once. You're right. According to Google, there has been one instance of co-defensive player of the year, 2025, Asia Wilson and Lana Smith, making this the first time the honor was split in league history. Both players received 29 votes from a media panel, making them the first co-winners of the prestigious defensive award. Have there been co-MVPs? Let's see about that. There have never been shared WNBA MVP. How about Rookie of the Year? Yeah, wasn't there? Nope, never. They were trying to do that with CC2. I thought they were going to do that earlier. I thought they were going to do that. Then it was such a blow away. I was like, there's no way. I felt sorry for Nafisa Collier because she was on her way to MVP until she got injured. Instead of talking about how the league is actually growing, we're talking about the league for all the wrong reasons. Yep, Fee so overlooked. I would put my energy into business as well if I was her. Well, and with that, it's because of how terrible the commissioner really is. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I said this is a great moment. A lot of people, I remember last year, everybody was like, what's so cool about Caitlin is I came to watch her, but I learned about these other players and I wanted to learn about the history. See, that's the difference when it's organic rather than them trying to force things upon you. Like, people naturally wanted to know more because of Caitlin. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, all about agendas. It hasn't always been, Julie. That's the point. It has not. I was shocked when I came back to the WNBA. It wasn't like that in the early days. It really wasn't. And I did a video over last year during the Olympic break. And it was supposed to be fun and funny. And it was about, if you can find it, you should watch it if you haven't seen it. It was about how things changed from the time I left watching the WNBA to the time I came back. It was actually funny because it was vastly different. They use it as an excuse to push Asia for back-to-back MVP instead. Definitely an agenda. Y'all CC fans don't know ball. Learn the history of the league. You're supposed to like Asia Angel Page. CC is trash. Yep. I used to hang out with Becky Bangs. Is that Becky Hammond? Well, she wasn't in the beginning. When did she come into the league? When did Becky Hammond, let's see, play in the WNBA? Okay, so she came in 99. So she was a couple years in. Yeah. In the early days, the tension that you had early days, she blocked you on Twitter. In the early days, the tension with my Houston Comets was more like people, the friction that supposedly existed, never really verified, but supposedly existed between teammates. And that would be Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops. That was the rumor that they had, tension between them. And I don't doubt it, but when they got on that court, they just balled and beat everybody. They make a ton of assumptions about the fan base to further negate. Yeah, it's all about trying to pull her down. Yep. Casual fans who don't know the game and everything. And the thing that I don't know. The thing that I don't like is that you have to, like a person in my situation where you want to cover certain things, certain players, and just sort of like, if you criticize certain players, whether you're talking about their game or otherwise, then you're just hating on them. You don't like, I'm a black person, but you don't like, I get told she doesn't like black people and all this stuff. Like, I'm like, we're talking about a sport. Like, we really gonna be picking who we are fans of based on the color of their skin? Like, come on, And so you kind of like tread lightly because you're like, well, if I say this person can't make a layup, then I'm just mean and evil. And I'm just like, no, they can't make a layup. So it's interesting. Anyway, yeah. But I hope they get it together. There are players who want to play. So I hope they're able to come to an agreement. I guess that's what I hope. Because I don't want not every player is getting an offer to play in Unrivaled. Not every player is getting an offer to play in Project B. So what happens to those players? What happens to the players like your Odyssey Sims, who we know have been cut from a team, your Shea Petty, who have been cut from a team? They're getting offered over like $1 million to play in the WNBA. They're getting offered much better than they had, max contract money, all this, and they continue to say no. I think at some point you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Medical. I didn't know WNBA existed before I heard about CC. Really? In Europe, WNBA is not covered enough. This should change in CC era. Come on, exactly. Let's go CC from Austria. We are waiting for you now in Berlin. Okay? That's wild. I was called the cool Uncle Tom, sellout, race trader, self-hater, Bojangles, house. I know. I'm like, I don't know. I guess somebody ought to tell my parents, how dare you raise her up to just enjoy people? Weren't you supposed to teach her that you can only root for people with a certain skin tone? You evil people. Evil people who taught people to just love people. Somebody revoked their parent card. Hannah says, I hope the same. You'll side with Cooper. I was a huge Cheryl Swoops fan. That's a ball. I was a baller. How many MVPs and Defensive Players of the Year did Swoops win? She was a baller. When did she win MVP? Swoops won MVP in 2000, 2002, and 2005, becoming the league's first three-time MVP. She achieved this milestone as a key player for the Houston Comets, also earning the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2000 and 2002. And she won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year again after returning from an ACL injury in 2001. I mean, that's just wild. Now, when did Cynthia Cooper win? She was winning everything. Coop was MVP in the first two seasons, 97 and 98. She was never anybody's Defensive Player of the Year. She was also named Finals MVP in all four of her championship runs. I mean, wow. MVP 97, 98. Champion 97, 98, 99, 2000. Finals MVP 97, 98, 99, 2000. Scoring leader, led the league in scoring for 3 consecutive seasons. That's why I call her the GOAT, Cynthia Cooper. I want to go. I know, right? Freedom. I saw the other day, they have their finals, some of the championship series. The video is not very good, but some of the championship series against the New York Liberty, they have that online. I'm like, man, I need to do a live and just go through the series. It'd be so much fun. Yeah, Smoke. Melanin is all that matters. Oh, man. Freedom says, my dad even likes Caitlin Clark. He wishes someone would call him a name. Call him a name, LOL. Yeah. All right, everybody. We didn't get the win if you're rooting for Iowa, but we got to hang out a little bit. They got some good experience, and UConn got another win. 10-2 now for Iowa, 12-2 for UConn. The best team won that game, even though it's not the team that I like. What's up, Midnight? Midnight Exploring. That would be fun, right, Kara? It would be fun if we could all start at the same time or get synced up. That would be a lot of fun. We'll see. All right, everybody. Appreciate you. Got things I just got to get done. I'm looking around this house. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your day, and I will catch you next time, God willing. Thank you all so much. God bless you abundantly.